Anyone who's been on call has probably experienced a situation where you've already been notified about an incident, but keep receiving messages about it. Since that can distract you from resolving issues, xMatters has a flood control feature that you can use to limit the amount of notifications sent to a specific device in a set period of time. There are two ways you can configure your flood control options: event flood control and notification flood control. Let's take a look at event flood control first. Event flood control reduces the number of events generated when you experience a flood or event storm from one or more of your systems. A default event rate filter rule is created every time you create a new inbound integration. This rule will prevent new integrations from flooding your system with events while still allowing the integration to notify the correct on-call resource when needed. The properties lets us know which properties will be used to trigger this filter. The source tells you which workflow this filter is applied to, and we can enable or disable the filter using the toggle. Note that there are some default filters that can't be changed or removed. Let's create a new rule and see how we can create and tweak event flood control rules. Give your new rule a name and select the workflow it'll apply to. Add one or more properties to the selected properties list. Values entered into these properties will be used to trigger the event flood control. For example, if we add the service field, then any event that has a value that matches what we enter into the service field will count towards triggering our event flood control. For this reason, you may want to avoid adding fields such as priority, as events affecting different services may have the same priority level. Let's add incident, as this field will be unique to each incident, which is perfect for a flood control filter. Now let's set the trigger conditions. If 2 or more events in 2 minutes have the same event name, the rule will be triggered. This will prevent our on-call resource from being notified more than twice about the same event, unless those notifications are more than 2 minutes apart. Let's leave the notification interval. This is there in case the flood is still active after 15 minutes, or the notification has been suppressed more than 1,000 times, in which case something is probably wrong with our integration. Now let's save it, and we're done. Notification flood control is a company-level setting and only applies to integrations that have it enabled. The notification limit defines how many notifications you can receive during the suppression duration, and the suppression duration is the time period before the notification limit resets. The two work together like this. If the suppression duration is 5 minutes, and the notification limit is set to 2, you would receive the first 2 notifications sent to you within a 5-minute period, but any notification sent after that would be suppressed and you wouldn't receive it. After the 5-minute period is up, you can receive up to 2 more notifications before further notifications are suppressed again. This can be a godsend in situations involving server monitoring tools, which may trigger multiple notifications each second during an outage. Device types allows you to specify which devices are affected by notification suppression. If a device isn't selected, notifications targeting that device won't be suppressed if it goes over the notification limit. To enable flood control, go to your workflows, click the gear icon beside a workflow, and turn on flood control. To enable it for built-in integrations, go to the Configured tab on the Integrations page, click on a configuration, find the configuration you want to enable flood control for, click the Options dropdown, and turn on flood control.